Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not rocket science that Conte is a city boy. Say Conte is a city boy in terms of he's here for a short and a good time. He's not here for a long time. Conte is not here to build Spurs. He doesn't do it. I remember doing his appointment when Spurs fans were telling us they have a better manager than Arteta. Yeah, in terms of credentials, yes. But in terms of prospect, we know that was a fat lie. We know that wasn't true. We've seen it with Chelsea, how Conte will self-sabotage if he doesn't get things his way. We saw it at Inter. He will self-sabotage if he doesn't get things his way. And we are seeing it happen at Spurs. How many times do we have to see these things? See, Conte is not hiding who he is. He's not hiding it. If you want Conte to come to your club and win, provide him with the resources financially to buy the veteran players, the experienced players, and they win in 1 or 2 years, and they keep you moving. If you want a project, he is not your guy. He's not your manager if you want a project. You want to build for a long term, he's not that guy. We've seen how boring, how lethargic, how what other word? How disinterested his playing pattern has been throughout this season. Throughout this season, Spurs do not seem to play well in the first half. They come back in second half and they try to rally the troops and they try to equalize sometimes, which they do. Sometimes they lose the game, and sometimes a few times they get a victory. But in the last 4 to 5 games, even in the second half, they are getting more terrible. Aside Harry Kane, who is carrying the team, there is nothing. There's no pattern of play. There's no style of play. There is no creativity. Everything is side to side. There is no inspiration. Everything is just catastrophic at Spurs. I remember when they told us they won the transfer window because they saw Longley from Barca on loan. They bought in Besuma. They thought, oh, we missed out on Besuma. Really? They brought in Fraser Foster as a goalkeeper. They brought in Richarlison, who is yet to register a Premier League goal, who is frustrated. But Spurs fans were telling us they had the better of the transfer window because we bought Jesus and Zinchenko, who are key players we needed in specific positions. But they told us they won the transfer window. Very, very interesting, right? Do you still share that sentiment, Spurs fans? Do you still share the same sentiments? Now, let me read to you what he had to say after the disappointing draw they had at White Hart Lane. Now they're out of the Champions League, losing on aggregate 1-0 to AC Milan. They lost the first leg at San Siro 1-0, and they could not turn the result around at their home turf. They drew 0-0. Very, very disappointing display. Milan, on the balance of play, should have actually won at Spurs. And let me read to you what Conte had to say. In terms of history, these two clubs are totally different levels. Milan won the Serie A title last season, whereas we scraped through by a miracle top four. If people think 13 to 14 months is enough to become competitive, then they are completely wrong. Absolute bollocks. Absolute bollocks. He never takes responsibility. He never owned up to his to the fact that his team, managed by a so world-class manager, is playing poorly and they can't even get results. I will understand if you play poorly and get results. You are playing poorly, you're not getting results. Absolute nonsense. This guy thinks he's bigger than sports. He treats sports like he is bigger than sports, and that's sports' fault. Now, am I loving this as an Arsenal fan? Definitely. But I try to be objective, even though I'm an Arsenal fan. I can speak on other clubs objectively. I'm looking at this situation, is just absolute bonkers. It's ludicrous, it's funny, it's crazy. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that it was a mistake when Spurs had to hire Jose Mourinho and now turn to Conte. It's a huge mistake. Those caliber of managers need huge investment for them to perform, and they do not the style of play. See, Spurs love to play good football, regardless of them winning trophies. We know trophy is not in their history. They are not used to winning trophies, but they will actually compensate with good football. But there's no good football, there's no trophies. Everything is a mess. Complete anarchy, complete debris. There's nothing to play for more. I think listen, the Spurs have to play for is top four. Now, will they get top four with the resurgence of Liverpool, Brighton, Newcastle? Do you think Spurs can still make top four? I highly doubt it. The morale is down. Benteke is injured. Kane seems frustrated. Song is on a sharp decline. Richarlison is very, very mad with the fact that he can't get games. They signed another winger doing general transfer who can't get games. Everything's in a mess. And Conte, to crown it all, is self-sabotaging the team. He's not playing the right players for some reason. Even Jet Spence, that I think is a decent player, had to be loaned out in January because Conte will not play him. This is just ludicrous and ridiculous. But most objective football fans call this. They said Conte and Spurs is a marriage in hell. And we can see it apparent before us. This marriage is terrible. There shouldn't have been a union between Conte and Spurs. So, guys, let me know. Do you think Conte can still make top four? I highly doubt it. Can they salvage something in this season? At least top four. Can they? Let me know in the comment section. For me, this is not about my dislike or prejudice towards Spurs. Even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm going to be very, very objective, guys. I doubt if they can make top four. It's not impossible. Is it probable? Like I said, Liverpool revitalized after trashing Manchester United 7-0. They're getting the bulk of their players back from injury. So they might go on a run. And look at the results of Spurs. The last few games have been losses. They've lost Bentancur. Richarlison is not happy. Are we sure there is harmony in the camp of Spurs? I highly doubt it. Like I said, they're competing against Newcastle, Liverpool, Brighton. Do you think they can still make it? Let me know in the comment section. Like the video, very, very important for the growth of this channel and the algorithm. Please do that. And do not forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content and not subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And one more thing, make sure notification bells are turned on because YouTube be asking some type of way these days. And I'll see you guys on the next one.